Good afternoon. Today is the edition on the Thousand Food Family. We have kidney here, steak. So we will be eating steak and kidney pie. And as you can see, we got a new fish. Hey, Zoom, get over here.
What's his name?
Zoom. He's been zooming around in here. My mom just cleaned her bowl. He's not been really going in the helmet very much.
They're gonna put Zoom in the steak and kidney pie.
No! He's my fishy.
What are you gonna put in it?
Mushrooms, whatever that is.
Puff pastry for the crust.
Beef broth. And we have here some wine. I just opened it. And we have original pearl olive oil.
Pure.
And we have an onion, mushrooms, mustard. We have some pepper, salt, leaf.
Bay leaf.
Bay leaf, it just fell on the floor. Ketchup and some flour.
All right, let's cook.
Okay, so right now I'm just cutting this chuck steak into about 1 inch or 1.5 inches. I'm trimming some of the fat. I don't want big pieces of fat, but we wanted about, I think about 2.5 pounds of steak to about 1 pound of kidney. So it's almost a 3-to-1 ratio. I have never cut a kidney. We're going to see how that turns out once we get into it.
All right, there's our kidney.
You can also notice my lovely manicure. I'm not sure how to cut this or really what to do with it. I'm going to just...
Let's look up a YouTube video.
I think I'm just going to go for it.
Just gonna cut it in chunks, right?
Yeah, I'm going to remove this.
That's the best bit, right?
That's the fat. I don't know exactly what that is.
That's the tumor from smoking, drinking too much.
What size, same size pieces, you think?
Probably. But I guess we're not that fancy if the most exotic meat we've ever eaten is a kidney.
Hey, what about the langoustine? That was pretty fancy.
Well, now that we're doing this book, we're experiencing new foods. Okay, so we've got some of the steak in a bag. We've got flour seasoned with pepper and salt. And Elliot, we need you to hold that
And mash it.
and shake it.
Oh, you didn't zip the bag.
Just give it a light dusting, yeah?
Turn it around. Okay,
So we've got our floured steak in this pan with a little olive oil, and we are just browning this meat. A little bit at a time. Alright, we've got a lot of nice brown meat going. Making sure we're not getting too brown here. Flipping it. We got the kidneys now getting doused in flour. Alright, now we have our kidneys browning. And then when we pull these off, we are going to deglaze the pan with wine. And we're pouring a whole glass of wine in to deglaze.
That's what it says. So the point of this is to get all these brown bits off, because we're going to use that flavor in the rest of the dish. So we're going to let this bubble up, cook off a little bit, and I'm going to keep scraping. Alright, so if you look, you can see there's nothing stuck on the pan anymore, but this is all really good for building our flavor. I'm going to go ahead and just pour this onto the meat here.
You could also maybe have a separate saucepan
Why?
available.
What?
Just if you I'm gonna try not to make a mess. You did a great job, but other people, like if I tried it, I probably would do a saucepan because I would have made a mess on the plate. You did good. And we're gonna sweat the onions.
Yes.
I'll grab the onions.
Thank you. Okay.
Alright, sweaty onions.
Here's our lovely meat mixture with all that flavor that's going to be the base of our gravy. So we're going to incorporate this. And then we have a few more ingredients that we're going to add. See this fatty piece? I don't know if I want that in there.
Add some flavor. Whoever gets that one, just chew on it for a while.
Okay. So,
Steaks and kidneys, and what else? Maybe some ketchup?
yeah, we're gonna add just some plain old tomato ketchup and some whole grain mustard, which I have here, about a tablespoon of each. I have 1 bay leaf, which is just gonna cook around in there for a while. And then we have some beef broth.
I want to add just enough to cover the meat.
I'm gonna stir this and then add a little bit more here.
Because we're going to simmer this for 90 minutes. So we
What
need
kind
enough
of
liquid.
simmer was it?
Tremulous simmer.
There's a word for your...
Tremulous simmer is somewhere between a light simmer and a boil, I believe. I don't know. Alright, we're going to bring that to a simmer. Cook for 90. See you guys then. Alright guys, so this is kind of simmering. We're about 15 minutes in. The problem with simmering with natural gas that we have is that it's just hard to maintain the heat, and you're always having to watch it and stir it. And we found that Alton Brown, the cook on Food Network, has a tip that you set your oven to 250 degrees and you simmer that way in an oven, and then you don't have to sit and watch it constantly. So we're going to give that a shot. Alright, that is done simmering, and then we are frying up our mushrooms a little bit. Let's get our crust going in the pie pan. Alright, so one little trick to get the perfect lid to your pie is to put the what is that, the pie plate?
Pie pan?
The pie pan upside down. And cut just a little bit extra width around the top.
We're going to use that after we're filled. This is puff pastry, which we have used. We used it to make the Eccles cakes, and we used it, I think, one other time. I've used it to wrap brie before and make kind of little cheese straws that are fancy appetizers. But I have not used puff pastry in a pie that has a top and a bottom crust, so I'm interested in how this is going to bake up on the bottom. I'm sure it will be delicious. I'm going to actually use scissors so that I don't risk ripping it. So here we have our filling. I don't think the meat is fully cooked. The point of the simmering is to get it tender, and then we're going to bake it off as well. This doesn't have any kind of carrots or celery, which I associate with like a pot pie. Anyway, it looks great. It's just all meaty goodness.
And we're going to pile up the meat, and hopefully enough to to go above the
Oh,
edge.
there's the bay leaf. See, you don't want that to go in.
Good. Get all those mushrooms in.
What did it call it? Lusty pie. Our pie, I'm unfolding the top here. I'm gonna, if I
Gonna
can.
brush some eggs on that.
Well, yes, I will. I'm gonna. Our oven just came to temp here. It's 375. I'm just tucking this under a little bit, and what I'm gonna do around all of it is do a little fork crimp like this. And we ought to cut some vent holes, is that correct?
Alright. Looks good. Now you're brushing it with some egg.
Mm-hmm.
Some egg wash. To give it that golden color. Cut your vent holes.
I almost am tempted to make a smiley face, but I'm not going to do that. I will do a little bit like this. And this is going into the oven at 375. For about how long? Pie pan. I'm putting my pie pan on a sheet pan because I have had it bubble over pretty frequently and it creates a lot of smoke, and I think that that can affect the flavor. So this will catch any of the drippings. There she goes. Hey, so here I am. I'm gonna cut into our lovely steak and kidney pie. You can see it browned so nicely. The puff pastry did what it's supposed to do, puffing up. You know, the best food is shared with friends, and we have some lovely friends over tonight. So I am looking forward to this meal. It's quite juicy. I'm wondering if we should serve it in bowls instead of plates, but anyhow, looks lovely.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Interesting that she's playing with the girl puppy. We don't. He wears pink.
Do I have to taste that onion?
Oh yeah.
I
Taste
don't.
the steak.
I don't think
I
there's
know you like
onion.
steak, right?
It's the meat. It's really hot still though, and I have to wait a more minute for the kids.
Do I just have to take a little bite?
That's your banana. Here's some cheese.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
You like it? What about the crust?
I had to say, because I didn't taste it. Why did you ask me when I didn't taste it? Oh, yeah. There's a crust piece. Yeah, that's so good! So good!
You like steak?
Yeah! First time I ever did, and I thought I would take it out.
He'll take it.
Do you have a corkscrew?
No.
You like it? Yep, Miles likes it. And he likes his mac and cheese as well. Elliot's gonna try kidney.
Bone.
Now you do like steak, yes? So now you're gonna try kidney and see if you like kidney. No, take the whole thing in. Hey, what do you think? You don't like it? Does it taste like meat?
But
What do you think?
raw meat. No, that's meat.
You like steak but not kidney?
Luca wants to talk.
Tell us all about it, Luca.
He's the judge.
Wait a minute.
He's
I can
the
see
judge.
laughing.
Okay, I have really enjoyed my steak and kidney pie. I'm not sure how everyone else felt, but I felt like the bottom crust was a bit underdone. And I'm not sure what that's about because the top was fully browned and beautiful.
I can't hear you.
I'm gonna try the kidney by itself because I've been eating it like on purpose with a little bit of everything in each bite. So when you eat the kidney by itself, it's got an aftertaste that is, I can't quite place it. It's a little bit metallic, which I think comes with organ meat, but it is a bit off-putting. So I'm just saying I don't love it. You know, I'm not spitting it out, but with the mushrooms and the gravy and everything, having like a good combined bite, I would say, yeah, I've really enjoyed it. But when I'm tasting the kidney on itself, I'm not a huge fan.
Good hearty meal. Loved the top crust. Like Nicole said, the bottom crust was a bit soggy, but the gravy was good. Kidney mixed in was a different texture than I'm used to, and like everyone else kind of said, kidney by itself was not my favorite, but mixed in, it was okay. I think I would much rather just like a steak and mushroom pie, but overall, pretty good.
I like the dinner. I think I'll be the only person having seconds tonight. Kidneys were as expected, but added something different to the whole meal. I think it could have been a lot simpler if it was just mushroom and steak, but I like the addition of the kidney. It gives it a little bit of flair. So I give it 2 thumbs up, 2 kidneys up.
Kidney
Thank you.
So I loved the steak, loved the crust, loved the gravy and the onions. I took a big bite of kidney and I couldn't do it. I had to go run to the sink and spit it out. Gagged and couldn't keep it down. I recommend a combined bite.
I thought that this no kidney gross, crust great, and steak good. So kidney, kids are not gonna like kidney, but it would go really good, great if you had a kidney. Just eat all the stuff you like in the whole America and eat 1 drop of candy and then goodbye.
All right, bye-bye.
Asa, can you say bye-bye?
Subscribe. Show Asa. Say subscribe.
All right, kids.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.